Guys, hopefully you can hear me. Can you let me know if you can hear me in the comments? I think I see one person back there. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. Um, so I wanted to come on and talk about the Rolling Stone article from Megan. And like I said before, even when I was talking about the Gayle King interview, I was playing around, but she that's her job, right? To ask people the things that they feel like their audience want to know about. And I feel like Rolling Stone and whomever else is going to interview or feature Megan, they're probably going to ask her the same things. That's why I said I was kind of ready for that whole thing to just go away, like the whole case. Because I feel like it's dragged on a little too long as it is, right? Because that happened, what, in 2020? And so for all this time, she has to keep all of this, dealing with all of this, have to relive it and have to keep having conversations about it. People are out here saying all kind of nasty stuff that's not true, that they can't prove. I understand people have people in play to try to make things look a certain way. You don't know who's going to end up on the jury. I don't know if they have a jury picked or not. I don't think they do. Um, and so you want to put stuff out here to confuse people, right? So I think we all get it. Um, but yeah, I kind of get tired of hearing about it. A lot of people online were saying that they're just tired of the whole conversation. But she was asked about it again, um, by Rolling Stone. The pictures are really pretty for the shoot, and you know she she talked about a few things. She talked about DJ Academics as well, which I'm not even gonna get into that because I already got some stuff to say about him. Um, but anyway, so she talked about, she did talk about the fact that he was allegedly leaking um, evidence or whatever he was claiming he was leaking, which I think he never actually came up with whatever it was that he was putting out there anyway. um, and then he kind of took the tweets down and reworded some stuff. But anyway, um, and even the lawyer that was in the courtroom, she came and she kind of cleared it up on Twitter. I think you guys remember that. She kind of said that they didn't even have any type of, they were not even discussing evidence. So it's not even possible for him to have any information about any of that. The judge just delayed the date or whatever. He moved the date. And that was the only thing that was said. But anyway, so she talked about that. She talked about, a few things, and some of it kind of made me a little misty eyed because I can understand. I was saying that myself, like, why are they doing this to her? But at the same time, I get it. There, people are trying to blur the lines of reality. Who else was in the car? Like, it was only four people in the car, and they all know what happened at the end of the day. All four of them, and whoever the witnesses are, because somebody actually called the police and it wasn't any of them. So, we just have to wait for all of this stuff to play out and see how it ends up. Um, but yeah, so she said in the article that she felt like, and I was just trying to play that, and I don't know if you guys can actually see it. Um, or not, but I'll just read a little bit of what she was saying about Kelsey. because she said that she did mention Kelsey. I believe her last name is Harris, and then she said the writer, excuse me, was bringing them up, and she's saying, this is Megan speaking to the journalist that was interviewing her. She said, "I'm trying every day to get through it and be good. I feel so bad because I don't want them to see me cry. I don't want them to know that I feel like this, because I don't want them to." She seems to especially feel this way after her alleged attacker. I feel like, what? Oh, I guess that's the writer saying it. I don't know how they put. Anyway, I feel like you're already trying to break me enough. Oh, I think she's just quoting what she's saying they would say to her, or they're out here saying, which they are kind of out here saying. I feel like you're already trying to break me enough. You've already shot me. So why are you dragging it out like this? Like, what else? Have you hated me this much the whole time? I didn't see it. As it stands, Megan will face Lance in court when the case against him goes to trial in September. She said, "I want him to go to jail." Megan says plainly, "I want him to go under the jail." Right. And like I said before, I can understand, especially with all of the stuff that's going on now, like the dragging, people making up stuff, the YouTube investigators and the Instagram PIs. Everybody's creating their own narratives about what happened and who was there and who wasn't there. I think somebody had the roller 60s going by. I mean, it was just all it's just all kind of foolishness out here, and it's like, this is not hard. It's really not. And if we understand how court cases go, we only can present the evidence. We can't go into all these theories and all the fool la la people out here want to spin around. And so it's people are making it more complicated than it is, and then she has to sit here and wake up every day and see all this stuff. Of course, it calms down and then it picks back up. It calms down and then it'll pick back up. And so, yeah, I mean, we're getting closer to September. So hopefully, we can just get past it. So she also said in that Kelsey, I was trying to see if I have the statement here, but she was saying that she felt like Kelsey. I thought I put it in the video, but I don't see it here in these statements that I. Oh, here it is. It says, the incident, Megan implies, she was betrayed on two fronts. Megan claimed that Harris, which is Nicole, I mean, Nikki, what's her name? Kelsey. Kelsey Nicole. She said, I feel like Kelsey, as my best friend, Nikki Nicole was on Candy Cody Nights. Anyway, um, she said, as my best friend, why would you meet up with this person you saw shoot me? This is Megan, wondering this about Kelsey. Megan says, y'all wasn't answering my calls. My back was against the wall. I didn't. Oh, she said, this is Kelsey saying this to Megan, I guess. I didn't know what to do. What the F do you mean your back is against the wall? You're the only person in this situation who could clear this up for me. Um, this girl told me out of her mouth, he told me, oh, thank you for not saying nothing. Now let me invest in your business. Let me do this, let me do that. And all I know was, from that day on, she never said nothing else about the whole situation online. Harris did not respond to a request for comment by Rolling Stone magazine. Lance representative did not respond on the record to a request for comment on the allegations as well. And of course, he's been ordered not to speak on her. And so I'm sure his lawyer told him, she just said, probably let's just let this pass. Um, Now, Kelsey, she actually had some things to say. She posted this earlier on her stories. She had, and so maybe someone had already told her that Megan was saying these things in the article. I guess when Rolling Stone reached out to her for a statement, she knew that she was talking about this situation, right? Because this was dated earlier on. So yeah, she posted this message here, and then she went live really quickly, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. Hopefully, it will. Is y'all know my StreamYard. I don't know what's going on with these videos, but I'm gonna try to play it for you guys.
If y'all not catching on to the social media games by now, then I don't know what to tell y'all. But you guys have to pay attention. Like, I knew this was gonna happen. This is just the beginning, y'all. I know y'all want me to talk, but this is just the beginning. So, like, when it's my turn, just know I'm gonna break everything the fuck down, okay? And we're gonna see who really look bad in the end. It's just the beginning. So, like, when it's my turn, just know.
So yeah, so she's saying, well, when it's my turn, I'm gonna break everything down. I mean, I don't know. Maybe her lawyers are telling her not to say anything. Maybe because she's upset with Megan, she just don't want to help Megan. That's kind of what I think. I don't know that I think that she is siding with Tori, because she should be careful with that, because he can very well switch that on her too, right? Because somebody did that. Like, I don't care what y'all out here talking about. Somebody did that. Okay. And so it's gonna come down to somebody in that truck. And so I don't know that she is necessarily going to turn out to be a witness for Tori. I think some people are thinking that. I think that she's probably just hurt by the situation, the breakdown between her and Megan. And then Megan is hurt by it as well. And because they're not talking it out, they don't really understand and know that. Because I would say, um, just for being in crazy situations with people that I thought I knew, it is hard to understand where people are coming from, right? And I don't know how long they were friends. I don't know if they were like childhood friends or not. Sometimes people will make someone a very close friend really fast, and they don't really, really know the person like that, right? And then she is Megan. She was on the rise. She was, and so you see the things that come along with being her friend. But then you wonder if the person is like Megan said in the article, if she was truly, her friend the whole time. And then Tori as well. But like I said, I don't think she knew Tori a long time like that. So yeah, you call people your friends, but you don't really know if they really care about you like that. If they really rocking with you like that. And stuff like this is what really proves that, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys can let me know how you feel about this in the comments. But that's what I think. I don't think the situation between Megan and Kelsey is that, deep. Because I believe Megan. I believe her story. I don't care what people say. I believe her. That's it and that's all. I don't think she has to lie about that situation. There's actually nothing to gain from her to lie about it. And since everybody seems to think, oh, her career is going to be destroyed when they go to court and all this nonsense, then yeah, well, why would she lie about it? That's you making a great point. Why would she lie about the situation? So I don't believe she's lying. I just think that there's a misunderstanding about what, as a friend, you should have done for me, and on both sides. And because they're not talking that out, they're not resolving it. And that's unfortunate. I think after this court case, they may look at each other in a different way. I don't know, but I don't think it's as deep as people try to make that out. I really don't. And that's just my opinion. Now Tori is out here posting stuff too. Now I know he not out here trying to get himself in trouble again, child. Like, what you out here talking about, Tori? Talking about people, everybody gonna die someday. Um, yeah, but you should live to live. You should live like you are living. You should not live work concerning yourself about when you're gonna die. So anyway, I don't know what he means by that. I have no clue. But he posted that this afternoon. Um, yeah. So the other story that I just wanted to get to, It's this DJ Academic story, which like I already was talking about him earlier. I don't want him to think I have anything against him because I don't know him. I'm just talking about what's out here. Um, so some old audio popped up of him. I guess making a statement, and my I'm gonna say because I actually did some research tonight. I was looking up his age, and he's 31. He's 31 now, so I don't know exactly the year he made the statement, but he was probably a lot younger when he said this. Because I think, well, I was listening to his video as well. I'm gonna play a little bit of that for you, but I'm gonna play the statement first. But it sounds like he said this when he was about 20, 21 years old himself. And so that's why he was saying 17 and 21 is not that big of a difference. And you guys have to understand, and I've talked about this before, and I'm not condoning this. So let me be clear about that. Because I feel like everybody raise their children how they raise their children, right? And everybody have expectations and things how they see they want their child's life going, how they want it to go. That doesn't mean that that's the way it's gonna go, but everybody has a right to make those decisions for themselves because they're the one raising a child. And as long as the child is under their roof, they are under their care. So they have a right to say, I don't want my child doing this, that, and the other until they're a certain age, right? Now, in certain states, however, it is legal for girls to make decisions for themselves at 16, right? And in certain other states, it's 18. In other states, it's 17. So it depends on where you are. And to be honest, if he was wherever it is legal for him to say this, make the statement, and that's probably why he made the statement in the first place, because he knew he could get away with saying it, then that's probably why he said that. But now looking back on it as a 31-year-old, I think he's probably regretting that this putting that out there like that. Um, and these guys, this is what they do. This is what they set themselves up, because when we start hearing things about you, you start hearing these cases and people accusing you of things, now people have reasons to believe it, right? Because you actually said these things, you actually put this out there yourself. So yeah, it's a smart idea to always make sure that you know how old somebody is, before you picking them up in the club. And I'm gonna be honest, when I was under 18, I went in the club because people say me and my sister look just alike. So I was using her ID. So people can be underage in clubs. I would, well, I don't know. It's probably even worse than it was back 100 years ago. So let me shut up. But um, yeah, people be out here. You need to know what you're doing and who you're doing it with, especially when you have things to lose. Um, but yeah, let me let you guys listen to what he said, and I'm gonna let you guys listen to what he's saying today as well.
And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think it was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as the chick got a college ID, she's getting f***ed. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this dick. And to keep it real, if you think about it in
He had to say. So that's what he said, and he made this statement a long time ago. Well, I'm gonna let you guys listen to him today, because he's trying to say that I think he's saying that this was like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, which would have put him at 2021. Um, and like I said, the laws are different in each state. And so wherever he was, I don't know where he's from. I think he's from New York, right? And I think the legal age in New York is 16, is 16 or 17. So people have to be mindful of that. Now, people have a right to raise their kids how they want to wherever they are. Like I said, you don't want your child doing certain things and you telling them to introduce you to whoever they trying to date or whatever, and the person is X as a certain age, you have a right to say, absolutely not, as a parent. That's what I feel. Now, everybody can do it, handle things how they want to do. Some people say, oh, they're going to do it anyway, and so they don't care. And, I that's your call, is your call as a parent. Now, let me let you guys listen to what he had to say today, because he's saying people are after him.
just putting out information.
to make people think that it's because it's way old, right? Let's explain this. There was conversation around. Oh no, 6ix9ine said that that X told him that Trippy had sex with Bad Baby, and that's one of the reasons she was acting weird, something like that, right? Granted, she was 17 at the time. Whatever, she was underage. I asked to figure it out. I said, "Yo, is that true?" I don't even think she admitted it, but 6ix9ine was the person who came up with that, and really, you have to understand, asking that question is trying to figure out, are these rappers who are of age fucking you, which you're underage? However, they try to take that information to make it like Act cares about who a 16-year-old is interested in because he has some weird perverted like fetish. Keep in mind, and Bad Baby, if you see this is not to disrespect you. I've never been attracted to Bad Baby. First, she's a very skinny white girl. Ugh, that's not my type. And it's meant with no disrespect. But I understand when you have been getting clowned and you've been losing, and I'm talking about college kid, to everybody. Like Akademiks is clearly winning. You're not winning. How do you get back at him? You try to take this out of context. Also, people will believe it a little bit more because there was a viral hacked tweet of mine. It was hacked. Everybody knows it because the same hacked tweet said it was talking about Drake's dick. It was talking about Tekashi got locked up or got killed. There was like about 30 tweets they sent out from my account when they hacked it. They talked about every celebrity in the fucking book. But I guess people like it was either funny or people were like, what the fuck? There was a tweet about Bad Baby's titties at 16. Clearly not me. Clearly not me. I spoke to Twitter. They got me back access to my account. They told me how the people got access to my account. And also, there was a potential lawsuit with me and my phone carrier. I'll give you the full details. They hacked my phone service. They called them up, and they were able to swap SIM, which means they knew my number. They called up my phone company and said, "Yo, hey, this is Akademiks," or it's my real name. "Hey, could you swap the SIM?" And they swapped the SIM to an existing phone that wasn't owned by me. At that time, that's all you needed to get into Twitter. They got into my Twitter retail. They did it to a bunch of other people. I could even Google it here. DJ Akademiks, Twitter, hacked, jail. The guy went to jail. So they found the guy because, listen, you can fuck with Akademiks, but there's certain people like you should know. Let me see. There's a guy who went. Granted, if you got the link, just send it to me on DM. It was me. It was Akademiks. I think it was Obama. Twitter hacked. I was definitely not part of the fucking. Oh, I think this is it. No, is this? Is it this? I think this is it. So this was a guy hacked a bunch of people. I think I'm involved in. They named me too. Tampa Bay Times. I'll click on it. This is all live. I'm trying to. Twitter hacker. Yeah. I remember the reason why they fucked up. Look at this. Like, you don't hack these people. You know what I mean? They hacked a bunch of people. I forgot, but I was in the mix. Like, I was one of the accounts they got. There was exploit open with Twitter and also Instagram. So Instagram allowed people to get the email and the phone number associated with the account if you did some API shit. They took that, and then they found out the phone carrier. They called up the phone carrier. They said, "Yo," from what I heard at times, because everybody's account has passwords or like pins, they would cry, "Oh my God," like blah blah, and they would freak out. And the person who's a customer service person, like, "All right, you know what? Since you're in the middle of," because they'd be like, "Yo, I'm stranded. Like, I don't remember anything. Like, I need to fucking whatever." And they would be like, "Oh, okay, this is extreme circumstances." They would bypass it and just do the switch. But when they did the switch, you're doing it on someone's popular account. They did it on mine, and when they did it, clearly on Twitter, it used to have an option to say if you don't know the password, you could log in via link via your phone or like some passcode. They did that shit. They went up there and they tweeted out a bunch of stuff. Okay, I think that's been kind of like debunked already. I think everybody kind of knows I never tweeted that out, right? And even though ignorant people or people who hate me bring this up from time to time, people know by and part and large that shit did not come from me. Okay? Bet. Then the other thing, and this is recently where I seen this motherfucker trying to, these college kid niggas trying to, well, actually one of them, because the other one's in hell. And buddy, that's what I'm not even mad at what they try to do, because and I'm here to also admit for my sins. I put that nigga's brother's casket up on the fucking screen. I'm gonna be very honest. And if a nigga put your family member's casket up on the screen, lying about them is the least you could do. So I'm not even upset at them, okay? But because I know I'm a bigger platform, I know that I'm the guy, I like to address this once and for all. And once I address it, I don't have to go back. Because I know my chat niggas will refer people to this video. So after I laughed at this nigga's twin, and not only his brother's twin, you know, he's resting in peace, or maybe pissed. I get it. There was gonna be some blowback, and the blowback was him. I'll go to their website. The blowback is them posting. They link it directly, which I think they think they're smart, but I have lawyers who's looking at this. Is cool. Who said this? Academics speaks on underage girls. Now I'm going to play this, and then we're going to play the full context, right? So this is what they're trying to drum up. By the way, before I even get to this, let me give you, because I've seen certain people who are, y'all love me, and I love my chat niggas. They're like, yo, you got to respond. The reason why you might see me not respond that quickly is because the people who really watch me know it's cap, and every other real media journalistic outlet, they would do research to actually find the truth, and that's why none of them are posting it. The only people who are posting it is the guy who's mad because his brother died, and a couple meme pages. Let's be clear, right? Also, I think he's doing this thinking that Spotify is going to react. I have a lucrative deal with Spotify, and I can tell you this is not even a thing. The reason why I could even mention Spotify here is because I know this is a fact. Okay? Salute to Charlemagne and salute to other people who I...
Not Charlemagne.
Charlemagne
no.
Actually, I wanted to tell you.
Birds of a feather.
He taught me
flock together.
After he went through what he went through when people try to dig up old shit on him. When doing contracts now, all that old shit, that sounds good. You can make people a bunch of, like, whoever you want to mad, but it will not affect the money I get, okay? So it just is what it is. So that's the reason I don't respond, because I'm like, Spotify don't care. The people who I do business with don't care. Nobody's going to care about the people who don't like me. Why am I keep talking about this, right? But you know what? I want to give a video for the people who do care about me. And this is going to be the video that you get to point everybody in the world to, oh, y'all saying this? Well, here's the response. Cool. So let me play this video. But really, and to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this dick. And to keep it real, if you think about it okay. So you guys heard that, and that's the clip they're going with, right? By the way, I own this content. This content. Instagram is waiting for me to lay a claim on the page if I want. It's cool. So let me explain this. By the way, this is a clip from 10 years ago. I'm going to play the full context of the clip. And by the way, let's actually pull it up. Academics, Tiger, Kylie. Okay, I got it right here. Okay? So about 8 years ago, right? I'll even put up the actual date. About 8 years ago, 2014, 8 years ago, right? I was doing a topic on my YouTube, a YouTube I don't use anymore, but it is my YouTube, that says Tiger denies being in a relationship with Kylie Jenner. Now, this was when everyone knew Kylie and Tiger were fucking around. Tiger was 24, Kylie was 17. Okay? So this is the context. And this is what's important. At no point did I ever say that I fucked somebody under 17 or under 18. I was given an example of how, and I want to give y'all this example before I play this whole clip. I'm going to play the full clip. I said in college, I said 17 becomes a gray area because people don't ask for IDs. There's some smart, or sometimes people start kindergarten early and they'll get to college when they're about to turn 18, but they'll turn 18 in January and they get there in September. When somebody's in college, and just like I say with high school, when somebody's in high school, if a nigga was in high school, I know somebody, and maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'm just going to be real. I know somebody who he had just turned 18 and he was dating like someone in a lesser class. That this is high school. There's people who end up being 18 in high school. I was talking about being in an institution, so college or high school, where the ages are or a little bit out of what is actually acceptable, right? And this is what I have to tell y'all, right? Somebody just said 4 months of the college year, some people are 17. It depends on when you're born. You know, that's all I was saying. When people go to college, and you'll hear in my full clip, people do not check IDs. No one in college, and if you've ever been to college, no one says, hey, how old are you? I've been to college. They're usually under the assumption, by the way, if you're in college.
So anyway, as you can hear, and you guys can go over to his page because he he's one of those people who kind of drags a conversation, right? So it's about 40 minutes long, and I'm not going to play. Only wanted you guys to hear the gist of what he was trying to say to explain himself. That they only are playing a clip, a small clip of what he was talking about, and it was taken out of context. It sounded like that's what he's trying to say. That they took the conversation out of context and made it sound like any 17-year-old. And then he said that they don't check ID in college. Um, I don't know about that, and he's right about the birthdays because if you're born in a part of the year, you're not going to turn 18 until later on that next year, right? So you're going to graduate at 17. I get what you're saying. Um, However, I don't think that that was probably the best thing to put out there. Now, he said that these people are from college. When he said college kid, I guess that's the name of their blog. He said that they don't like him, and that's why they kind of put this out there. So I don't know, but this conversation was all over the place today, and he actually addressed it this afternoon. It's on his YouTube page and on his Twitch. So whichever one, I think it's DJ Academics here on YouTube. You can go and watch the full video if you want to see and hear his backstory about his relationship with these guys from College Kid. Um, so yeah, let me know what you think about what he said. He was pretty much saying the statement was taken out of context. Um, I don't know. I think that we just need to go back to keeping some stuff to ourselves. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But he was a lot younger when he made the statement. He's saying it was what he said between 8 to 10 years ago, and he was referring to Kylie and Tyga, which her family gave her consent to date him. Right? We remember that, right? So I don't know. I think that Yeah, he's probably doing the right thing by trying to explain it anyway. Um, Let me know what you guys think about what he's saying about the whole college thing and people don't check IDs at college. I don't know. I don't know that I believe that. I feel like if you're going to go to a club or a bar, even if it's close to the campus, they do check your ID. By law, they have to check your ID. So you're supposed to be they used to have, I don't know if they still have, I don't know, but they used to have clubs where if you were under 18 you had to have that wristband on, right? They would have a wristband so everybody knew that you were not of age, right? And they knew at the bar not to serve you alcohol because they had clubs where they kind of mixed the crowds like that. Not too old, like a young crowd, probably up to 25. And then you would have the ones under 18 would have, well, under 21, excuse me, would have those wristbands on. So I don't know what he's trying to say with that, but by law, as long as I could think back and remember, you had to check ID. So I don't know what he's talking about with that, or where he's talking about where they didn't check your ID. But let me know what you guys think about the conversation. I don't know that that necessarily makes him a predator. You bringing up Charlemagne is probably not the best thing to do. I don't care if that's your friend or not. It's probably not the best route. Wrong road, as Portia would say, wrong road. Bringing him up is not a good idea. And, I don't know if that necessarily makes him a predator, but, these guys need to be careful putting all this stuff out here. They really do. I mean, just cut it out at the end of the day. Like, that's my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think about the conversation between about Kelsey and Megan and what's going on with them. Because Kelsey is saying when she get a chance to talk, she's going to tell everything. And I don't know if she's saying when she gets to the courtroom or after or what she means by that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Let me know what you guys think about that situation. And what do you think about what DJ Academics had to say about colleges? I mean, if you're in college, no one checks your ID. When they doing that at? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video.